Dear fathers, brothers, sisters, teachers, students, and collaborators, today we are concluding the Ignatian year 2021-22, which was officially inaugurated on the 20th May 2021. The Ignatian year marked the 5th century, the 500th anniversary of the injury of Saint Ignatius at Pamplona in the northeastern Spain. He was wounded in the siege of Pamplona in 1521, popularly known as the Battle of Pamplona. This event initiated the process of a lifelong transformation and conversion in the life of Saint Ignatius. The autobiography of Saint Ignatius clearly lays two lives of Saint Ignatius of Loyola: the life before being wounded and the life after being wounded. The first chapter of the autobiography of Saint Ignatius opens up with a sentence. Up to the age of 26, he was a man given to the follies of the world, and what he enjoyed most was exercise with arms, having a great foolish desire to win fame. Everyone knew that the French army was more powerful than the Spanish army at that point of history. Hence, all soldiers of the Spanish army, including the army commander, were in favor of surrendering to the French army. But Saint Ignatius was not. Those who have seen the film Ignacio de Loyola, a Hollywood film, would recall a scene in which the Spanish commander suggested to surrender, but Ignatius vehemently opposed the idea of surrendering. As a true and brave soldier, he wanted to fight and prove his bravery for his country. Finally, against all odds, he convinced the commander and the soldiers to fight for the country. While St. Ignatius fought bravely, soldiers were strong, but after he was wounded, the soldiers lost hope, and finally they lost the battle. This was the first life of St. Ignatius, life of a brave soldier driven by vain glory and the follies of the world. The second life of St. Ignatius began when he was confined to bed after his injury. While convalescing, he was given two books to read, Life of Christ and the Lives of Saints. While reading these books, he felt exposed to the internal horizon to a new meaning system. A soldier who was so much engrossed in the external world realized that there was an inner world of interior moments, and gradually he saw all things from a new perspective of God, from the perspective of Christ and the saints. From then on, he changed from self-seeking Ignatius to God-seeking Ignatius. And later at Manresa, reality became transparent to him, enabling him to allow God to work in the depths of everything, which invited him to help souls. This new perception of reality led Ignatius to seek and find God in all things. This was the second life of St. Ignatius, a life after conversion and transformation. On the occasion of the Ignatian year, Reverend Father Arturo Sosa, the Superior General of the Society of Jesus, invited all Jesuits and collaborators to mark the Ignatian year as an opportunity to listen to the Lord's calling us and allow Him to work our conversion inspired by the personal experience of Ignatius. He wanted all Jesuits and collaborators to take this opportunity to let God transform our life mission according to His will. To see all things new in Christ was the motto and the theme of the Ignatian year. Just as Saint Ignatius could see all things new in Christ after his conversion, we are invited to go through similar conversion, personal and communitarian, and see all things new in Christ and be guided in our mission, Missio Dei, a mission given to us by God Himself. To celebrate the Ignatian year meaningfully and effectively in the province, we planned year-round activities which included: number 1, special prayer to Saint Ignatius recited in daily Mass. Number 2, reflection and sharing on the autobiography of Saint Ignatius in the communities. Number 3, translation and publication of the autobiography of Saint Ignatius in Hindi. Number 4, 16 annual retreats for Jesuits in 6 zones. Number 5, various retreats and recollections for the parishioners, Cruz Beard students, CLC students, ICAFers and villagers. Number 6, activities for students and teachers in schools. Number 7, input sessions for the Ignatian families. And number 8, activities for ex-Jesuits. Much has been done, but unfortunately all activities could not be implemented because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Though the Ignatian year is being concluded today, the process of renewal and transformation begun with the inauguration held on 20th May 2021 will continue, and the fruit of the Ignatian year will be lived lifelong. I invite all Jesuits and the collaborators to experience personal, communitarian, and institutional conversions in our lives, so that, like Ignatius, we may find God in all things and see all things new in Christ. I wish you all a happy feast of Saint Ignatius of Loyola.